Hi, Scorpio. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do your June 2019 general reading. This will be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So please take what resonates, leave what does not. You should not have to force these messages. If it's meant for you, it will make sense. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back as always. Much love and many blessings. So if you have not watched my videos before, how we do this is we go week by week to gain as much clarity for your month ahead, to know what you need to release, what you might come across, what you need to embrace, and anything in between. Whatever Spirit has in store for you, we are going to try to figure it out so you can be best prepared. So be patient with me because this is a process and we are going through 4 weeks. So I know these videos can get a little long, but you know, if you decide to opt out, then you're missing on messages. So you should know, you should know if it makes sense. All right. Make sure that y'all like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonates with you. And if anyone would like a personal reading, you can email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. Or if you would like to leave a love donation, there is a PayPal link down below in the description box. So let's get going, Scorpio. What is going on the first week of June 2019 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please? Let's give them a forecast of each week and what is going on in the month of June. What does Scorpio need to know most? Is for their highest good, please. First week of June. Face your financial fears. Okay. So there might be certain aspects of your life where you're worried about money, especially in the first week. But listen, the more that we fear financial stuff, and I know it's hard to release the 3D reality, right? But the more that we fear it, the more we create lack. Okay. This is a time to really move into faith and take some necessary action steps. This is where you need to tune in, ask the right questions. What do I need to know most at this time? How do I gain financial security, financial stability? How do I serve out my purpose and my passion while still able to survive? That's been another big thing to come up. But if there's anything where you are worried about how things are going to play out, how can you, you know, support the changes that you're about to make, have faith. Ask for guidance and allow things to take its natural course. When you fear and force things, that's when things go wrong and you always end up feeling unfulfilled, Scorpio. So it's really time for you to start trusting your instincts and moving into a more devoted sense of living out your life with purpose and passion. Okay? So second week, we have God as your source, visualize abundance in all forms. And this is what I'm talking about. Trusting that it's not that God can, it's that he will. And when you visualize abundance, when you see, feel, taste, like, I mean, it is happening, it is here. You're already seeing the benefits of all your hard work paying off. And it's so funny, y'all, because listen, this card that came out for week 3, my mom, Mama Joe, is a Scorpio, and this card fell out outside when I came in, and I've been doing all these readings without it. And before I was just getting done with Libra when she brought this in. So she brought this in just for y'all, and she's a Scorpio herself. So talk about signs and synchronicities, right? Obviously, this was meant to be in y'all's readings. So, but anyway, week 2. So this is telling you there is enough to go around for everybody. And the more that you learn to trust and listen to your intuition and realize that by connecting to your higher power, whatever your belief system is, by telling them, letting them know what it is that you want, and letting them give you the guidance to achieve it, right? And following that guidance with due diligence, you are going to see things dramatically change for you. Now, week 3, it's telling you that you need to block out distractions. So there's obviously things in your life that are keeping you distracted from either tuning in, reaching out, doing the work, things like that. Okay. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. Okay. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and your working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what is important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Okay. So, it's true. There are so many ways that we distract ourselves in order to not focus on what we need to, right? It's an easy way to turn off from everything in this world. But this is the time that we really need to be tuning in more and understanding where those distractions are, what they are, how they're affecting our life, and what we can do to replace them with more positive, outlets, is what they're saying. So then moving into week 4, we have positivity, faith, and optimism, and let go of guilt. So there's no reason for you to feel optimistic about your life. There's no reason to feel guilty for stepping into something that might be unorthodox or outside of the box, right? You don't have to explain yourself, Scorpio, for doing something that is different but speaks to your heart. And to let go of guilt and anything that has to do with divine timing, right? It's not what you could have, should have, would have done. It's about what can you do in this moment to move forward. And by having guilt, you're putting on yourself such heavy burdens because, first off, you're not trusting yourself and moving forward. You're not trusting in source to lead you where you need because you're still holding on to the past and realizing that those were opportune moments for you to learn so you can move forward, not be fearful of taking a next step. It's just saying, hey, I recognize these red flags. There's got to be a better way. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. So whatever you have in your head, Scorpio, that you need to be moving towards, don't worry about the financial standpoint, okay? Put it into the universe that everything you need will be supplied for. Everything that you need will be provided in due diligence and timely manner, and that everything is falling into place as it should. You should go ahead and visualize what kind of life you're wanting to experience, block out any distractions, have that faith, and let go of all the guilt and remorse, okay? You need to come into a more abundant mindset. This is more balanced in all ways. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So again, when you live in a state of fear, you are going to create more opportunities for you to feel fearful. If you move into faith, positivity, and optimism, and living in an abundant mindset, you will see more abundance in every aspect of your life. There's no text that I wanted. So now we're going to pull from Nature's Whispers and see what is going on an energetic standpoint. Can you please show me what is going on week 1 for Scorpio? with this finance. Face your financial fears. Okay. Celebrate differences, the big picture, and inner truths. So to me, that this comes to probably some childhood patterns. Okay. Maybe your parents lived in poverty or, struggled growing up and didn't really have a good, healthy mindset on finances and what money really means. Instead of chasing money, there could have been this constantly chasing money and never really having as much as you wanted. But in reality, if you spent more time being connected to those that you loved and living out your passions, you would have lived a happier life in general and probably had a more healthy mindset on money, because it's strictly energy, right? It's an energy exchange for services. That's what it is. And seeing the bigger picture of these patterns that have stemmed down from either your childhood or past lives. Maybe you lived life as an orphan as in one life, or maybe you lived homeless in another, and there's this struggle to constantly needing to be above the line of poverty, but it always feeling like you're held back from making enough, right? These are the cords that need to be severed, and facing your inner truth about what these things are, that these mental blocks that are holding you back from living the most abundant life possible. You need to start discovering these little pieces of yourself that are scattered throughout your history in order to bring the whole picture together to realize where these fears actually stem from. So that's a deep one. Moving into week 2. God is your source and visualize abundance in all forms. So let's see what Spirit has to say about that. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of which is beautiful, helpful, and positive, and filled with blessings. And this is what you will experience. It's time to clear out the old, y'all. These are the ties that I was talking about. There could be certain lives where, you have experienced things that are kind of trickling into your present and into your future. And these are things that, are not just seen with the naked eye, but felt through the heart. And it's things that are causing a turbulent mind, that are causing uneasiness, restlessness. And there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. And a lot of this has to do with there's a lot of visualizing for you, Scorpio. So your third eye could be very active this month. But it is also about divine timing and bringing it back to the beginning in order to hold the key to open this doorway to opening your heart fully to the love of the universe. And once you take that blindfold off to all the things that have been holding you back or keeping you blinded from the love of source, right? This is the key that you need in order to gain access to the deepest parts of your truth through your heart. And when you remove that blindfold and see source for what it really is and how beautiful the experience can be, you will start to feel things and experience things in a totally different way. Let's see what week 3 has. Block out distractions. I feel like there is a calling happening for Scorpio. Okay. The angels are blowing their trumpets, and they are trying to get you to wake up, to fully step into purpose without all of these distractions and things that you feel are a necessary part of your life, but are not. Okay. Be gentle with yourself. So this is a process that might not be easy for you, because when you block out distractions, whether it be people, places, or things, this is going to be one of those things where you're listening more to your higher self, to spirit, to source, to that inner calling, and seeing the growth, the purity, the compassion that you can have for yourself while blocking out these distractions, to really listen to self. What is your soul yearning for? Okay. And how can you create that in your day-to-day life without distracting yourself? Okay. You need to be doing those things. Have a little more compassion for yourself. Give yourself credit where credit is due, and start doing the work to open up these new possibilities and experiences. What about week 4 for Scorpio? Okay. So this is where we had positivity, faith, and optimism, and let go of guilt. Your overall theme is the peace of renewal, or renewal of peace. So this is talking about Scorpio coming into a brand new cycle of going into that inner child work and renewing your sense of self, washing away all these patterns and belief systems and all these things that are keeping you stuck in a 3D reality that is not necessarily serving your highest good. And the spirit guides and the spirit animals are watching you, so you might be seeing signs and synchronicities, whether it be snails. I see a hedgehog, a mouse, a frog, birds, squirrels, these kind of things. But this is like the shedding of your old self and coming into a new state of you. When it comes to positivity, faith, and optimism, and let go of guilt, it's telling you that you need to have an ideal course of action, but find joy through it. Like, when you are living in a state of happiness and positivity, you can enjoy the relationships around yourself more. And when you know what it is that you're trying to call into you, right, it's not necessarily going to it. You act upon it, and therefore it leads you and other opportunities to your doorstep. But you don't have to constantly be chasing it. It's just staying in the moment and taking action upon the steps that you were guided to take. And there are a lot of seeds being planted right now, and it's going to take a lot of courage, because you standing in your truth and letting go of that guilt, you can see things far beyond the horizon, right? You're already envisioning your future, but you're staying in this moment because this is where your power is. You don't have to feel guilty about having this joy in your life. And there could be connections that are coming in that are just going to make you feel more joyful because you're finally aligning with people who understand what you're going through, right? So week 1, we have the Knight of Cups and the Star. So some of you might be dealing, this could be you, or so Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and Aquarius energy. So maybe there is an opportunity, or you're giving an opportunity for healing to occur. And I feel like this is more you, like an opportunity being handed to you, to help you face those fears about your financial stability and facing those inner truths to bring about more prosperity, believing in yourself, and letting the healing to really balance out in your life. Yeah, I actually believe that. There are a lot of pressure points. I did not know that specific one, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that, Lulu. But this is helping you to open up to a deeper form of healing, and the stars are aligning with you, Scorpio, to help you understand the big picture of everything, right? To see the beauty in life and going through these deeper parts of self, to face these fears. You're able to accept the offers of healing that are coming in. Now, it could also be telling you, for some of you who are worried more about 3D things, there could be an offer of love from an Aquarius or from another water sign, something that makes your heart flutter. The Knight of Cups can be an offer from someone else or from the universe, but it is something that makes your heart race, something that makes you feel good, right? And it is a very promising thing, especially when you're going through this healing and allowing yourself to face those fears, no matter what they are. Okay, there's a lot of purging going on for anyone who's doing the real work. So let's see what's going on with week 2. Week 2 for Scorpio. Okay, so we have the 10 of Staffs, the 6 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So let's see. I know it has been rough, okay? There is someone that you have a history with, could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could have this in your chart. But what it seems like is that things have been really hard on you lately, Scorpio. And this is talking about things that are making you feel weighed down, that feel burdensome, especially if it is someone that you have a history with. We have the 6 of Cups here. So this could be someone that you've known your entire life, someone that you've known in the past life, but there are old patterns and healing that needs to occur with this person or with this energy. Now, the Queen of Swords could be, she does represent like the do it all on your own, being very independent. She's very quick with her words. She's not afraid to cut people out. She's not too focused on relationships. She's more focused on career and doing whatever is necessary to get what she needs. But she knows because she's very experienced. She's also very analytical. So whether that is female or male in your life, whatever this situation is, like I'm getting choked up, y'all. So this might be someone that either you've had a hard time communicating with. It could be someone who you feel like you've lost your voice with, or you just can't reciprocate emotions well through the using your voice, speaking your truth. Almost feels like I'm being choked. Okay, this is like really deep, deep-seated stuff, and it's like moving into my heart space. It hurts bad. So it's almost making me nauseous, like my mouth is watering. So please take however that resonates, okay? The situation is very uncomfortable, especially with this 10 of Wands energy, but this is something that's been going on for a long, long time, okay? And this is why you need to get in contact with your higher power and visualize abundance in all forms. See, and as soon as I moved out of that energy into God's source, I don't feel it anymore. It's easing up, okay? Wow. That is some really rough energy, y'all. So take some reflection time on your past. See what energy this matches up with, whether it is an actual air sign or not. But this is someone that you have a lot of burdens with. And these are things that really need to be released, that need to be assessed, and honest and open communication, right? Whether, forgiveness is not always for them, it's for us. And you can talk to source about the forgiveness that needs to happen with this situation, in order for you to finally release that burden so you can move on to the next phase, which is the Ace of Wands, a new passionate beginning. Okay. But yeah, especially with the Five of Pentacles being on the bottom, this is someone that you feel totally disconnected with. Someone that makes you feel cold, like when you think about them, that kind of energy. So take however that resonates. So moving in, thank God, moving into week 3, we have the block out distractions, be gentle with yourself, and clarifying that is the 10 of Cups. Okay. So the 10 of Cups talks about overall happiness, bliss, happy home, happy life, happy family. Everything is coming full circle. And once you release a lot of this stuff, you're going to experience a lot more happiness, but there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to take place. Love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. Like kids are happy, marriage is happy, whatever it is. When you block out these distractions and let go of this stuff and really do some of the deep inner work and be gentle with yourself through the process, you are going to feel a whole different type of love in your life. Okay. So it might take some research. It might take some work, but it needs to happen, Scorpio. So positivity, faith, and optimism, let go of guilt, ideal course of action, and laughter for week 4. Let's see what's going on here. We have the leap of faith. There's that new beginning. Okay. You have 2 major arcanas here. So there are going to be some significant changes for you in June. But this talks about, just having faith wherever you're going and not giving 2 fucks who understands where you're going, right? This is a time for you to believe solely in yourself, Scorpio, and listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. Understand that this path you are on is for you, and it's going to have a lot of adventures on the way. Okay. And you need to enjoy this ride. This is your ride. You need to enjoy it. And with the Wheel of Fortune being on the bottom, this is things moving in your favor and cycles coming to a close. You will have, that period of waiting for something new beginning is right around the corner, y'all, with the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's emotional balance, financial independence. And a lot of things are going to start making sense for you once you just let go and surrender to the universe and allow things to happen naturally. Okay. So we're going to move into love. And this can be for any relationship in your life. Just take however it resonates. But a lot of this is either for, sometimes it can be for twins and separation. Sometimes it can be for, relationships, but it's kind of looking more deeper than that. This is not just some fuckboy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And so let's see. Your overall energy, and see surrenders on the bottom there. I feel like some of you, especially for those of you, I feel like this is definitely for those in relationships or, soulmate, twin flame connections. But you need to get to a deeper aspect of your relationship where you start to find out about each other again, right? Like really get to know each other. There's a new sense of reconciliation and nurturing those bonds of friendships. But it's also about surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. So, for those of you who are not in a relationship and wanting to be, you need to let go of your past before someone new can enter. But if you are already currently in a relationship, which this looks like it's leaning more towards that, this is about both of you surrendering and letting go of the things that you feel you should have or could have done differently, and choosing to go about your love in a new way and nurturing the bonds between each other. Because with the embrace card, through each other, you find the missing pieces. So there might be aspects, maybe you've known each other for a really long time, and it's like getting to know your person all over again, but the new them, and helping each other kind of piece it all together to figure out what makes them tick, what runs them, what inspires them, those kind of things. So in week 1, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed, because healing is taking place. The divine is coming in and intervening and saying, this might be a rough patch, but through nurturing these bonds, you will see the blessing come through it. Week 2, sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Okay? This is about reacquainting yourself with your counterpart or your spouse, whatever, and understanding that connection that made you fall in love in the first place is still there. So it's about trying to understand from a different perspective, and, understanding that what worked for y'all in the beginning of your relationship might not work for you now. And it's just about, mixing it up a little bit. Week 3, forgiveness. Okay. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Okay? So it's all about what you're visualizing. And if you want things to get better, focus on forgiving, understanding, compassion. Don't focus on past events. Just try to make it better from here on out. You don't need to be wasting your time. You need to be enjoying the moment. And whatever you're feeling, thinking, it's going to become reality, because y'all are manifestors, and that's just what it is. A lot of you could be dealing with a twin flame soulmate energy, because we have here in week 4, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So once you let go of this guilt, this forgiveness, and start to enjoy the company of each other, you're going to realize how sacred this union really is. And you're going to start to honor and treasure it in a new way, and realize what really is running this whole relationship, because you're starting to connect with your source energy. Okay, so let's see what the theme for Scorpio is in June. What is the theme card? What does Scorpio need to know about June 2019, please? Okay. Okay. You have 3, but they're telling me to read it, so I'll make it quick. Okay. So, you got a lot of mirroring numbers, y'all. Y'all better be paying attention to those synchronicities. We have 21, 12, and 2. So you're probably seeing a lot of 2s around, okay? So 2s and 1s. Hearing truth. This is a deeper truth that shall bring peace to your heart, offering you guidance, comfort, and renewal. You are guided to turn within for your answers. Do not allow another to interrupt, influence, or distort your personal trusting relationship with the divine. Allow Great Spirit to be your highest counsel always, and you shall never be led astray. You shall know the words to speak and the consciousness to hold to evoke healing and set things right. Listen, for deep within, truth is known. Focusing on what you know to be true by tuning in to what you feel and not focusing on appearances or opinions of others. There is a voice of spirit deep within you. Anytime you want or need guidance, you have the ability to tune into that inner voice, bringing peace, comfort, and clarity. It takes courage to turn within rather than putting your faith in the people and things of this world. But you have enough inner strength and wisdom to do this. The truth within has been spoken. Trust that you can hear it. Okay? Then we have Amura, sage of higher knowledge. Seek what feels true, even beyond the logical. If something doesn't feel right, challenge it and dig deeper. Educate and inform yourself on matters of importance to you. Trust that your mind is strong and bright enough to do this. Enhance your self-esteem by researching for information and trusting your intuition to help you discern what is useful and true. Have faith in your own mental abilities. If others have criticized you or made you feel inadequate in understanding, cast that off as belonging to the past and not relevant to you now. You will become immune to manipulation by others who may be convincing but not necessarily accurate or helpful. Trust the power of your mind to receive and recognize the answers that you need. You will find your way. Test all opinions, advice, research, and alleged facts according to your own intuition and instinct. Select that which is helpful for you and notice that which is best to cast aside, even for just a time. Seek information and assistance from those that you feel can assist you, and yet place no human advisor above the ultimate divine authority, which will guide you on how to proceed through a deep inner knowing. There's always new knowledge beyond existing boundaries of thought. We simply need to be open and willing to receive it with patience, discernment, and trust in the greater guiding power. The Oracle of Amida comes to you with guidance that an answer is coming, an important piece of information, and that when you are centered in your heart, you will recognize for what it is and how to proceed. Okay, and then the turquoise changing woman. I am the turquoise moon mother, and I come to you now with a message of change. Sage of higher knowledge just said that a message is coming. This is your message. Okay. This is a message of change. This may be change that you want or change that you fear, but either way, I will show you how to use this change to become stronger, wiser, and more empowered to fulfill your divine destiny. Do not fear the changes around you and within you. Trust in the timing of what is happening in your world. Change is upon you. It is essential for your continued growth, and you do not need to fear it. As you allow for this change, remain steadfast in your inner spiritual connection. This gives you courage, trust, and peace and reassurance, and you will find new ways to navigate the shift so that your life improves through the process. If you are thinking of making a change, you are encouraged to do so without trying to force it. Be open and do your part to the best of your ability, but also tune into your sense of divine timing, asking the universe for help and allowing life to unfold according to its own rhythm of creative, loving intelligence. Okay? So if there is any significant changes that you are trying to make in your life, you do not need to force it, but you do need to take inspired action, okay? That is when you need to tune in, y'all. So do the work. Understand that everything is happening as it should, and the things that need to be healed need to be released. It needs to happen. So the more that you put it off, the more you put off your purpose. But if you listen to your inner guidance and trust that inner guidance and allow things to come up to the surface to be released, you will let go of these fears, you will let go of this guilt, and you will be able to block out any distractions that are keeping you from living out your best life. So I hope that helps you. If you need any guidance or like a personal reading, you can email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. If you do not need a personal reading, but you would like to support the channel by leaving a love donation, there is a donation link down below in the description box. I appreciate everyone who has helped me this far and keeping me uplifted and supported throughout this journey as well. Thank you for being you, and I appreciate every single one of you tuning in. So make sure that y'all like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know how this resonates with you. And if you need anything, all my information is down below in the description box, and I am honored to be on this journey with you. So thank you for being here with me. I wish y'all the best of luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye.